Hello, my name's Pig of Mustache. Well, not really. I'm actually Santa. Okay, no, I'm not. I just didn't want to buy the clothes. I mean, what would I use them for? Like, does it even trick anyone when someone puts on a Santa hat and a beard? Like, I feel like you have to be a specific person for that to work.
Look, Timmy, it's the real Santa Claus.
Wow, Mommy, I totally believe you.
But today, I'm doing something different. I'm playing Crusader Kings III, a game where you control a dynasty through the Middle Ages with all the good stuff and the bad stuff that you would expect to come with it. You can also adopt a cat and even seduce people, things that you can't do in real life. Hey, listen, you're watching a video about Crusader Kings III on YouTube. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not, it's fine. But you've seen the title of this video. Instead of spreading joy to the world, I'm giving everyone diarrhea.
Why?
No, actually, I do have a reason. Do you know the story of how diarrhea started? It's not a story Wikipedia will tell you. No, don't look it up. Just gotta trust me, okay? Don't look it up. It begins with our main character, Queen Strong Diarrhea of Toilet, the first person ever to have diarrhea. No, it's true, nobody had diarrhea before 1066. But before telling her story, I need to show how she came to be. Since she had diarrhea... Actually, wait a second. If I don't look up for synonymous, I have to say that word 100 times in this video. Since she had the Huckleberry two-steps her entire life, poor Mrs. Strong didn't have too much weight. But a life spent on the toilet also has advantages. I, for one, like to read when I have the trots, so it's natural for me to assume that she has the highest learning education. Some traits that I thought to be useful for this video were lustful, so we can easily spread our holiday tummy genes. I also picked ambitious since we have a mission to complete, and fecal? Because at the time I thought it would make sense, but now I have no idea why I thought that. And I guess that makes me fecal. While looking at the traits, I wanted something that was contagious, until I threw that idea out of the window because I saw the perfect trait for me. I also got a little scared for her health, so I gave her the robust trait. To live that long as a strong diarrhea, you have to admit that she was built differently. My first order as queen is to find a husband, because I don't know how long you can live like that. I got lucky by finding Prince Li Jingzi, who is lustful. And I need a child quickly because I haven't paused the game yet and I'm already at death's doorsteps. I even got my own court physician and the first thing he does is to try to get rid of my tourista? Can he do that? I tell him to remove everything but my diarrhea, and I guess it helps. After 3 months of marriage and no children, I got a little desperate and tried to do the unthinkable for the times. Seduce my own husband, which works right away. I guess I simply just wasn't trying at all before. 8 months later, a kid is born. Unlucky for him, he's born into the diarrhea family, so now I have constant diarrhea, which kills me. Fair enough, I suppose. As a 0-year-old with constant gippy tummy, I find out that people don't like me very much. To the vile diarrhea constant. Dude, I'm literally 0 years old, I can't even read that. Even my own father was like, I beg of you, son, you need to do something about the food. Which, again, this is the person he's asking to. As I grow up, people tell me to be more like my mother, who was known for being fecal. You know how she was always changing her mind? Yeah, you should totally be like that. Of course, I wouldn't know since she died on my birthday, so I picked it to be eccentric instead. Family dynamics proves to be very difficult to understand when my very own grandpa gets stressed when asking for an alliance with me, a 4-year-old. Because he's shy, I accept anyway. Oh, I get to pick my first family legacy. This is the only one with diarrhea in the name. I don't want to imagine what those weddings are gonna look like. A little later, I get the chance to make this boy my first victim. Sorry kid, you're now a victim of constant diarrhea. I can finally get betrothed. Who's the best wife to spread the genes of loose motions? Oh, the Hegemon's daughter is an option. With her as a wife, I'll probably have an easier time sharing my future children with the rest of China. After 16 long years, I finally come of age. And since I'm a very responsible leader, my first act is to hold court. And good thing I did, because it seems there is a rift in toilet. Probably from all those 16 years of constant diarrhea. Now I can also marry my wife, but sadly, she's still too young. But I don't have time to wait for my wife. I need a concubine now. That's where I find Yi Liang. She's zealous, brave, content, and alright, she's just a woman who lives nearby. It's not easy to find someone willing to sleep with diarrhea, okay? It's now or never. I do have a 95% chance. Oh god, oh no, wait, what's this? No, I can't show this on my video. Oh, okay. Hey, I get married right after. Does it count as cheating if you do it the day before you get married? Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Between all this marriage talk, I now have to worry with camp fever. I should have expected. It's like the first season of every good show when you have to face your local rival before getting to the big shots, and I have to face camp fever. To increase the stakes, my wife gets pregnant at this dangerous time. So now I'm a man who has to save his family from camp fever. So I ask my great friend, the court physician, for help. He tells me to not hurt the economy, which I don't like that idea. Risky treatment it is, which fails. So I lock my court physician away for that. After all, it must be his fault. After being betrayed by my court physician, I finally get good news. My daughter is born. Sadly for her, she's massive diarrhea. With the threat of camp fever gone, what? Did you think the storyline was going anywhere? No, that's how I win. Because nothing happened. Anyway, my boss asked me to change religion, and something cool about this new religion is that I can now have secondary wives, which is so much easier to get than concubines, so I accepted. Because of that, I got some new wives and plenty of new children who now I can use to share their runs. There is liquid diarrhea, unexpected diarrhea, silent diarrhea, and everyday diarrhea. All horrible in their own ways. And what's that? I get some rival? If this is the first time you are seeing her, it's my first time too. I don't know where she came from. I also got week-long diarrhea. Yeah, it's bad. You could subscribe to me here and follow me on Twitch to make me feel better. Things so far have been looking good, with massive diarrhea killing an antelope, which hey, I'll take it, but you should do that to humans next time, okay? Together with the arrival of brown diarrhea, life has never looked so good. Until we are hit with another disease invading our realm. It doesn't take too long to injure my poor wife, but we need to move on. And then it takes unexpected, and that's a step too far. I need to save my family, so we secluded ourselves since at least I'm not sick. Oh, never mind. What's the point of seclusion, man? Just as things seemed bad, one of my dear wives came to the rescue with a bag full of leeches, and huzzah! It worked. With a victory against consumption at the last second, we can finally recover and oh no, what now? An earthquake? In this economy? It's like God itself doesn't want the Spanish tummy to live on. Despite this, we come out fine, with everyone surviving the earthquake. Everyone that matters. Except for invisible diarrhea, but not from the earthquake, but actually from a botched treatment from consumption. It doesn't hit as hard as if some other children died, because, hey, most of the time, she's invisible. With all that happened, we were in need of some lighter moments, like this man who has to deal with both massive, liquid, and unexpected diarrhea. Isn't that hilarious? That is a little too much, so I tell them to take it easy with him. Around the same time, we have a new batch of kids that come up, like renewed, super, sleeping, and Chinese diarrhea. I guess she represents our entire family or something. Look, I was running out of names, alright. My plan to give everyone the Deli Belly was finally come to fruition with massive and liquid diarrhea meeting their future husbands. If it keeps like this, it will be only a few generations before world domination. After this sequence of marriages, a challenge arrives, the Pox. But instead of an enemy, maybe the Pox is a friend? Remember my rival? Yeah, me neither, but they're dead now. It's good to finally have an ally and... Massive Diarrhea is dead? No! She was my favorite one. Just don't tell that to my other 14 children? Holy hell, I'm way too busy. There's no time for mourning, with the looming danger of the Pox and whatever else may show up later. And the clock is ticking, because for every child that dies, my stress level goes up. So who knows how much time I have left. I keep bringing new children to the world. Special diarrhea, strange diarrhea, inconvenient diarrhea. I also need to marry them off as soon as possible before I die. Everyday diarrhea marries, week-long diarrhea marries, week-long diarrhea... Wait, what? Did your wife die? Already? Week-long, was that you? Damn, I didn't know you were so deadly with the ladies. But I really want your children to become lords or something, so you're marrying this mayor now. Just don't think about your prestige, you're gonna be fine. Wait, what's that? A new disease? Coughing? No, it just took renewed, and it took common diarrhea. Wait, I didn't mention common diarrhea before? It's just wait, it's too many children and I need to make more. My stress level is peaking again and again and... Oh, the plague is over. And I have another daughter. You know, after those hard times, you give me hope, so you are hope in diarrhea. Chinese diarrhea is that? But doesn't that mean... I guess she represents our entire family or something? Look, I was running out of names, alright. Well, that ending was definitely a cop-out if I've ever seen one. But I hope it was entertaining. Bye!